Hello, ladies, gents, boys and girls, and welcome back to another Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 live stream. And welcome back into the PMDG 777-200ER. We're sat here on the ground at Nassau, the capital of the Bahamas. In my last video, we actually flew the 777 down from Heathrow. And in real life, this aeroplane continues over to Georgetown, Grand Cayman Islands, and then back. It's only an hour each way. So it's going to be some very short 777 ops. I'm really looking forward to doing this. Love the 777. It was updated recently with quite a large update. So it's got a new fly-by-wire model, which it flies pretty nice. Gets a little. Well, you need to get used to the flare a little bit more, but it's still a brilliant aeroplane. We're sat at one of the only heavy stands here in Nassau, and it's a gorgeous airport. It's by Aviation-SIM, so it's a very nice airport. It's early morning here. We're doing live weather, and there's a thunderstorm over there. The weather's not the nicest here, but welcome into everyone, and thank you Bramish EU for the follow, and probably Louis, welcome in, mate. Hope you're well. Hello, hello, hello. And Pilot Case, hello, how are you? Good to see you. Good to see you too, Pilot Case. Hope you're doing well on this Thursday afternoon. Let's jump into the flight deck and get everything set up for today's flight. So I've got sort of GPU power, that's about it. So we'll jump into the overhead. I'll just do a little fault and fire test first. Right, that should clear itself. ADIRUs, emergency exit lights, window heats, don't need to pressurise the hydraulics yet. This is, well, we'll pop one fuel pump on, ready for the flight. That's all good there. Taxi, don't need any of those. And we'll pop downstairs and we'll go FMC, pause in it. We are at MYNN reference airport, and the gate is Delta, or no, Bravo 33, something like that. Bravo 27, I was well off. Sorry. Bravo 27. We'll just give the airplane as much information as we can. Bravo 27, and then we'll go top, bottom, route, request, sim brief, select route. Lovely. And Pilot Case, where are you flying to? We're flying to the Cayman Islands, Pilot Case. So we're flying from the Bahamas to the Cayman Islands, British Overseas Territory. I think the reason they don't do the flight directly to Grand Cayman is because the runway's too small to operate a fully loaded 777. So they do it via Nassau, which is pretty normal. It's a daily service. And then they do this really cool route hopping the next day. So we're going to be cruising at 39,000 feet. So what I'll do first is we'll go and get GSX to load the aeroplane, to request boarding. And then we'll come downstairs and we'll go and get the weight and balance all loaded in. So the fuel, I'm going to take 20 because there's thunderstorms in the area. In Grand Cayman, the weather's not that nice. I mean, as you can see, let's have a look. So this is us here. So it's rain. And then when we get to the Cayman Islands, it's variable at 2, but that weather system we're going to be flying through is actually going to come and meet us by the time we get there. So just want to be prepared for that. The payload we're going to take today is 159.2. And from 2007, welcome in, mate. Hope you're well. Want to try this plane so bad, but I'm too lazy to learn the systems. From 2007, it's very easy to learn. If you know the 7.3, it should come very easy to you in this aeroplane. I find it a lot easier than any other Boeing I've ever stepped foot in. It's really easy. I mean, just look at the overhead panel to compare to the 7.3. I mean, everything is just like an Airbus. You turn it to auto and you're sorted. It's a brilliant aeroplane though. Right, activate, execute. And we're going to be departing off of runway 32 and execute that. We're going to actually change that. We are Speedbird 254 because someone took the call sign. Not the performance in it. We've got departures 32, and it's going to be the Javis 2 via Jeffrey. We'll go like that anyway. Let me just double check his 3 to the... let's go to the airport. 3-2 is this one down here. What about, what's the weather looking like? 0405. We could take 1-4. Let's see if that changes anything. 1-4 on the Freddie. No, what about on the Ingra? No. We'll just we'll have a look at that. And Pilot Case, to be honest, you seem like a great person. I'm so happy for you. Thank you very much, Pilot Case. I'm usually happy, but I won't be very happy later. I've got to go to bed really early. I'm going to work tomorrow, so very early in the morning I'm going to Palma. There'll be no stream Sunday as I am I'm away with work again, so it's a little bit of a shame. 30 and 30 arrival. No, it's the Javis. We want Nico actually. So if we're going off of 1-4, no, 3-2 Dillon, Javis via Nico, and we'll see how that looks on the old flight plan. And we'll go to where's the nav? Where's the nav button? Nav. There it is. So left-hand turn. And Funks 2007. I have zero clue about the 777. Is it similar to Airbus? It's similar in sort of it's easy to understand, like the overhead panel. Wrong. It's but it's very Boeing-ish, if that makes sense. So it's not like fully automatic with a thrust. You will have to... Well, actually, no, you don't. You can keep the... we'll vector ourselves onto that, no problem. You can keep the thrust in for landing, which is a bit like an Airbus, and it will flare it at 30 feet for you. So it's, yeah, it's got a lot of Airbus qualities, shall we say. And the systems, I mean, it's very easy. Like your legs page, simple. Your init reference, you know, we're going to do that. We'll reject that actually. We'll do it in a second properly. You got the arrival, very simple. Our arrival into Georgetown is going to be the holding bay. No, we want the star. So it says it wants us on the Goran, that one there, and the approach is going to be the RNAV 08, but there's a cool approach. No, we'll just do the RNAV 08. Pilot Case, don't worry about it, mate. You can ask as many questions as you like. Don't worry. We'll continue with what they've said we're going to have anyway, so we'll just go for the Gora 3 via Canex on the RNAV 08, and that is going to be, is it going to be a second part of the arrival? I don't get what it's Gossack. Gossack, there's no Gossack there, there's more bits. Let's have a look at the arrival. So we're going to come in from this way. Canex, we want the RNAV 08. Oh, this is what it wants us to do. So what does it want us to do? Huang, no, this is no long haul. We're doing 2 sectors, so it's island hopping in the BA 777 they do in real life. Texum. Try Texum. Texum. Execute. Legs. Let's go and have a look. Oh, look at that. That is cool. Someone's popped in another 777. That is very cool to see, guys. Oh, actually, no, we don't. We don't need. We don't actually need the... Where was the approach from? It's via Canex, isn't it? Canex. We don't need any of that. So we can clear all that. And that should give us a nice easy approach onto the runway. And we probably won't go via here. We'll probably just cut across. So map. We'll go and do the SID in a minute. Let's have a look at the SID now, actually. And pilot case, while you're going away, where you're going? I'm not going on holiday, pilot case. I'm just going to work. So I'm going to Palma de Mallorca. Then I'm going to Gran Canaria. Then I'm going to Tenerife. Then I've got a day off. So maybe stream Monday. See how I feel. And then I'm going to Alicante on Tuesday. So, and it's the Havis. So we're taking it via Nico. So there is no initial climb, it's all done by ATC. So we'll just go and plug in flight level 110 and we'll go init reference, 0 fuel weight. Our reserves today are going to be taking us to Miami, which is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.5. 10.5 to be safe. And the cruising altitude is going to be 39,000 feet. And we're going to be taking a cost index of 38. Right, thrust limits, iPad time. Did we agree on runway 14 for departure? Or, no, 32, sorry. Import, calculate. It's giving us full takeoff with a D rate of 60 degrees. Takeoff, next page, it's going to be a slope of 0.0. And the winds are going to be 0508. And then we're going to go reference outside air temperature, which is 23 degrees. And then if we go to the previous page, we go flat 5, and it's 136 knots. 136. And I think that was Brahmish EU's subscription coming through. Welcome in, my good sir. Yeah, 136 plugged in, and the chart for that departure. So go airport. Actually, I'm going to completely change that because he's landed on there, and it's easier for us. We're going to go 14. Right, 14, and the SID is going to be the 30 departure via Nico. And we'll just execute that. And then if we go get the iPad back up, and we go performance tool, and we go runway 14, we'll calculate. So it's giving us basically the same, flat 5. Nothing's changed on the wind, and it's still 136 knots. So that's all good there, I'm happy with that. So we'll go legs on that page, and I'll go and request the winds. And, oh, that's what I wanted to check. Who's that little plane coming in there? Little aeroplane. And Zowny2173, welcome in. Thank you for the subscription. Hope you're doing well. Welcome into the live. Why the Phoenix takes so long to make the Neos, man? Huang 2007, me and you both. Me and you both. It's going to kill me. And Mark, welcome in. Hope you're well, buddy. Welcome, welcome. And pilot case, can you fly British Airways A321neo from London Heathrow to Warsaw? Absolutely pilot case, but like I mentioned, the A321neo, as Fwang just mentioned, we need to wait for the Phoenix Neos to come out. So it might be a bit of a while before we can start ticking off any Neo flights. So it's 144. And Matthew, welcome in to the channel and the chat. Hope you're doing well. Are you playing in 4K? How does the 9800 X3D and 5080 run? Looking at an upgrade from a Series X version. Matthew, I'm running at 1440p. I don't run 4K. My monitor doesn't support 4K. I run a 32-inch curved 1440p monitor. But my system runs very well, so I use auto FPS, and my settings you can find either in my Discord or I've got a updated YouTube video with my complete setup guide. But the 9800 X3D and the 5080 run extremely well. I'm very happy with them. Very, very happy with them. Right, APU time. Let's get that spooling up, and let's get the fuel pumps on as well. Let's go through the checklist. So, we'll just do it here. So, oxygen and parking brake sets. Normal. MCP, flight deck, all that is done, and we can pop that on the middle one, and then we'll go for nav on that side, and right side we'll go nav as well, and I'll go traffic, data and terrain on that side, and I'll go traffic, data, and we'll have weather on my side, won't we? I think boarding's complete, guys, isn't it? No, just gonna wait for a couple more passengers, and then we should be ready to rock and roll. So we'll go outside and have a little look at our beautiful 777. And Henry, welcome into the chat. Possible to do a 3:30 flight or any Bim and Bangladesh flights, maybe with the 777 or 787. Henry, absolutely. We could do the 777, or we could wait for the what's the Vector 787 coming out eventually soon. So yeah, but we'll try and tick off in a live stream soon. You see that lightning there, chat? I'm going to try and tick off sort of Middle East and like Central Asia, so sort of India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, and then we'll try and do some flights around there because there's some really cool scenery I've got. Pilot case, Phoenix Neo's okay, I understand, I will wait. Yeah, pilot case, we're all waiting, but it's going to take a while. They're just so slow at developing these aeroplanes. Amongst 2007, should I get the 321-19? I'm getting bored of the 320, but the systems are the same. From 2007, how much is the upgrade? Is it £30? Because I would just, if you're bored of the 320, get something like this. That you can get I think the 777-200 LR's like $40, and you can learn a new aeroplane. I mean, it's such a cool aeroplane. This is the 777, or you can get the freighter. But the upgrade is worth it for the two different types. I mean, the 21 and the 19 are very nice aeroplanes. Right, let me see. I think the CTAF here, guys. Okay, notes dot CTAF MYNN 1195. There you go. That's that done there, and the APU is on, so we can clear the stuff there. And have we fully loaded now? Boarding complete, chat. Right, let's get rocking and rolling. So we can come over here and we'll go remove chocks, ground services, release all, door management, close all. And pilot case, can you do BA 320 Heathrow to Lisbon? Absolutely, I can add that to the list, pilot case. And we'll arm all those doors. Right, request pushback time.
Locking gear.
And we can go pressurise the hydraulics. So R, elec auto, then the rest can come on. And we'll go beacon light. And the checklist is complete, so it's now after engine start checklist. So we'll go nav and we'll clear that checklist down there, and we'll pop the engine page on, sorry. So we want nose right, tail left.
Release parking brakes, please.
Missile traffic, Speedbird 254 heavy, pushing back from Bravo 27, stand into the apron, missile traffic. Once 2007, does the PMDG 777 support time acceleration? Yes, so you just click auto cruise. You can click up to a maximum of 16, and then you just click on. Let's start these engines. I'm going to mute myself and let you listen to the engine start, guys. It's Boris Audio Works sound pack, so it's going to be good. Oh, it sounds good. And pilot case, possibly Monday. If not, it'll be Thursday, as I've got quite a busy week at work. And from 2007, yes, 16. It won't work at 16. It'll keep stopping, but you can go to 16. Right, so we've got all the temps and pressures are okay on engine number 2. So we'll go engine number 1. And I can throw the fuel in. So just wait for pressures and temps to rise and then throw the fuel in. Does it automatically on the 777.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect. Unlocking gear.
Me and you both, pilot case. It sounds brilliant. Ooh. 2 good engine starts. We are ready to rock and roll. I'm actually going to turn down my... Is it that one? Yeah, it's that one. I'm going to turn down my PFD. The texture pack I'm using as well for the flight deck, guys. So I'm using Hughes's BA livery pack, and then this is the Fanzo mod wear and tear pack for the cockpit as well. Right, wait for the bypass pin, and then we can do the checklist. I'll get VOR left and right on as well. There's the pin. APU off. Taxi light on. That's all you need to do in the overhead on the 777. It's very easy. Flaps 1, 5, and we'll go flight controls. And we need a trim of 4.7. So there's 4.75. And we'll wait for the green band to appear, and then we can do the flight control check. One of the best planes I've ever built. Oh yeah, this is one of the Boeing's best ever airliners. So we go full right, full left, full forward, full back, full left, and full right. And I'll execute those as well. We'll go legs. Right, flight controls free and correct. We'll recall tested and cancelled. Checklist, anti-ice not required, recall checked, no indications. Auto brake to RTO, flight controls checked, ground equipment clear. Next checklist, flaps, and it's the after takeoff checklist. Let's go, guys. So I get the charts up. So we're here, we're just going to taxi Hotel 2, Hotel 1 onto runway. Right, parking brakes released. Add a little bit of thrust. Missile traffic, Speedbird 254 taxiing to runway 14 via hotel traffic. We'll get 122.8 plugged in there. You watch how quick this plane takes off, guys. A little bit quick around that corner. That was my fault though. Just let the left the thrust levers. Look at that. Gorgeous, gorgeous aeroplane. Right. Lights as required. Strobes on. Oh, I forgot to squawk. So let me hold short here. And we'll squawk 2243. 2243. And let's get out of the way. And a pilot case, 350 London Heathrow British Airways to Las Vegas. Yeah, absolutely. I'd like to do that. That'd be a nice stream or a video. I've even got nice scenery for both sceneries, sorry. There's that cell there that was going over the airport. Right. Checklist complete. We are ready for takeoff. And QH29999. And there's the cabin ready. There's an aeroplane on final, so I'll leave him. I'll actually turn that off now because I don't want to cause him any trouble. Let me see where he's coming from. He's a Western. He's in a E45. Okay, that's quite cool. Pilot case, I'd love to do that flight as well, the 787, but we've got to wait for the Vector 787 to come out. Actually, why did I do that? It needs to be on 1995. Nicely down, sir. Right, TCAS on. Nassau traffic, Speedbird 254 heavy, lining up runway 14. That's a pretty good lineup. Right, over to Unicom now. Is he completely clear? Yes, he is. Right, spool him up. Forward pressure. Toga. I'll set the chrono to run as well. Ho ho ho. Sounding good. Right rudder feeding in now. Neutral.
Rotate.
Rotate. Policy brake gear up. On to the flight directors. And away we are, guys. Right, there's the thrust coming back. We can select flaps 1. And flaps up. Sounding good. Pilot case, I would do that flight if we had an A318. We don't have one in the sim. Well, a good one anyway. I'm trimming the aeroplane now. There's that right-hand turn. Look at that blue sea down there, gorgeous. You know what we're going to do, guys? We're just going to go 220. And I'm going to whack the autopilot in, and then we'll go legs, Jeffrey, direct, execute, LNAV, and straight up to 390. And then we can do turn-off lights, taxi light, logo light, cabin crew can be advised, checklist, how to take off checklist normal, complete, and we'll go checklist blanked. And away we go. Look at that, beautiful. Beautiful. Pilot case, can you fly United Airlines 777-200 from London Heathrow to Los Angeles? Yeah, I can add that to the list. That'd be a nice flight. I like any flight that's in the 777 really. Right, through 10,000, lights, seat belts, and we'll just go standard. What I'll also do is I'll go fixed ring, runway 08, we're landing on runway 08. /5/10/115. Progress. And if I do this, we should be able to see, yeah, there you go, there's our top of the 7 point already. That's a nice view, we'll have that one. Nice departure out of Nassau. Heading over. Should we have some a geography lesson, guys? Should we do some little route knowledge of where we're flying over? So we departed off of runway 14, and that took us easterly out of Nassau. We've turned southerly now, and we'll be going over. I don't know where that is, but then we'll be going over Cuba, and then into the Cayman Islands. So it's not much land. I mean, Cuba is quite big, so that should be okay. We should get some views. So So I hope everyone's having a good Thursday. Hope it's not been too much of a stressful week for everyone, but it's coming up to the weekend, so I'm sure you can all enjoy your flight sims while I'm away at work. There'll be no stream Sunday, and there'll be a video coming out Friday. There may be a stream Monday if I'm not absolutely dead tired. But I am flying quite long days, so I'm doing Palma tomorrow, which is short, followed by 2 very long Canary flights, and then I'm working Tuesday as well. So depending on how I feel, I might stream Monday. But I thought it'd be a lovely opportunity to test the new 777 update today. So we'll see how it acts on landing. Here's that island that it didn't have a name, but this is still part of the Bahamas. I just love the 777. And this sound pack is so good. I've been on the 200 so many times and it sounds exactly like this. Beautiful aeroplane. And PMDG have done a cracking job with the 777. Really good job. And is it the 9th today? Well, the 737-700 comes out today. Let me know in the chat if you're going to get that. Should be out any time now, really, I believe. It's not an aeroplane I'm interested in. I won't be getting it. I'll stick to my 800 variant. I'm not a fan of the 700. Not many airlines in Europe fly them. I think there's a handful. I know KLM do. That's about it, I think. Hopefully the cloud clears up so we can see the ortho down there, especially when we go across Cuba. Be nice to see some Cuban ortho. It's so strange that this big 777 does this short flight. Like I said, reminds me a little bit of what KLM used to do when they used to fly the 747 into St. Martin. They used to fly it to another airport. I can't quite remember where it was, but yeah. And can you fly Wizz Air A320 old livery from Luton to Rome? Pilot case, I might do, but I did that flight on a video in the 321 about a month and a bit ago. And it was recorded and edited and popped on the channel. So you can go and watch that. When that was when the brand new MK Studios Rome came out. But that might be a good flight to do on stream as well. Yeah, that ortho down there looks really nice. 23 degrees is not the hottest though. I mean, it's nice, but it might be a bit nippy coming out of the water. And from 2007, Porto MK Studios is coming out soon. Are you going to win that one as well from 2007? Is that going to be another free scenery you're going to win? To be honest, I'm not interested in Porto. I don't ever think I've ever been to Porto in the sim or in real life, so I wouldn't be too fussed about getting that one. But yeah, and Pilot Case, can you fly the old livery was there and just live streaming it? Yeah, I could do. I'd have to see what flights are knocking around for that. So yeah, I could add that to the list. Old Wizz Air livery. I think we're coming up to 390. We're only at 32. There's our top descent point already. I'll actually pop my screen up a little bit there, and we'll have an engine view like that. Beautiful, look at that. Screaming on out the Bahamas. I like the engine wobble as well, that's really nice. Right, oh, well, not much left to do. I'm going to be 30 seconds, guys. I've just realised my water's empty. So I'm just going to run straight and get a new bottle from the fridge. So I'll only be 30 seconds. I'll be back shortly. Right guys, sorry, I am back now. Just refilled my, well, I didn't refill my water, I got new water from the fridge. Pilot Case, can you fly the Qatari Boeing 777-300 from London to Doha? Yeah, I could add that to the list. Absolutely, I could. We should shortly be getting to top of climb if we haven't already. Nutella Crumpet, hello and welcome into the chat, hope you're well, love the name. Where are we going? We're flying from Nassau, the capital of the Bahamas, over to Grand Cayman, Georgetown in the Cayman Islands, a British overseas territory, and then we'll be flying back to Nassau. Flight time each way is about an hour and 10 minutes. It's a real-world Boeing 777 flight that BA operate, because Georgetown Airport is too small to handle a fully loaded 777, so they fly it from Nassau after it comes in from Heathrow, and then it flies back to Nassau from Georgetown and then over to Heathrow to complete the trip. It's a nice little island hopper, and there's a top of climb, guys. And Pilot Case, I've already done that one as well, mate. I did that 3 months ago, and there's a video on it as well. And I actually flew that flight, not on the 350-1000. I went on a 330-900 neo in real life about 3 months ago. So did Virgin Atlantic over to JFK. It was a very nice flight. The A321neo is a brilliant aeroplane. It's very spacious on their new 330s. You get a nice big HD TV as well in the back of the seat. We were in economy. I didn't get a wing view. I was travelling with my family, and sadly I was sat in 43 F or K. I can't quite remember. I was on an aisle seat in the middle anyway. Well, let's have a little look at the arrival. Just want to make sure I've got it all plugged in correctly. So we're going to be tracking towards the Cayman VOR. What we'll do is from Canex we'll go like that, and that should give us. We'll get rid of the intersection as well. We don't need that. And that, see how it clears up that little error there. So you don't need the intersection anymore. So there you go. Like that. And we'll go like that, and that should give us a straight in approach like that. Lovely. That's all figured out. Let's do a little landing calculation, shall we? Pilot Case, can you fly Monarch from Luton to Berlin? Did they do that in real life? I'd like to fly a Monarch on the channel. That'd be very cool. Miss Monarch. What a great airline. Until Crumpet, can you fly the Airbus A380 over the Atlantic from Heathrow to JFK? Yeah, I can absolutely do that. I might want to wait for the Unibuild's A380. I don't really want to fly the fly-by-wire. I'm not a fan of it. 08. No. Flap 30 then. No. Auto brake 4. Well, actually, that is because we are slightly overweight. So, auto brake 4. Yeah, flap 30, auto brake 4. So that's quite an aggressive braking for the triple. And that's with. We'll go. Where's the reverse thrust? No credit. Yeah. So that's what it looks like we're doing. What about flat or auto brake 3? Will it let me do auto brake 3? That's pushing it a little bit too close for me, so I think we'll go 4. We'll just leave it like that. And then if we go to the airport for Mike Whiskey Charlie Romeo, which is Georgetown. Oh, I need a drink then. Airport. So as you can see, tiny airport. This is the runway we're landing on 08. So we're going to have to hit the footers quite hard, and then Golf Hotel. And then once we're in hotel, it's stand 10. So stand 10 is where we want to be. And then the approach is going to be the RNAV 08. So we're coming in from Canex. Alona. Ah, do we need to come in from Alona? Is that where it wanted us to come in from? No, it doesn't. That's fine. So that's all correct anyway. And then we'll go init reference, flap 30, 129. So the 777 flies quite slow, especially the 200 anyway. Beautiful. So I think Cuba's in front of us, which is there. So what do we want to fly over Cuba? We'll have this wing view because I like looking at the General Electric G90s. Looking good so far though. 777, it always handles very well. Never have a problem really flying the 777. Or any PMDG product, for instance. I mean, I don't think I've ever had any trouble flying a PMDG product apart from the odd WASM crash, but I think those are part of the past now. I think they've fixed it. Telecrumpet, what's your favourite aircraft? It's the McDonnell Douglas MD-11. That's my favourite of all time. And I really enjoyed flying the TFDI Designs MD-11. Such a brilliant aeroplane. Really well modelled, really well done. I mean, the only thing I'd say about the 777 is I wish they would redo the engine. I know this is done by FrameGen, but actually the model of it's spinning is not very good, so I'd like them to redo that. Someone who does that really well is the Phoenix, and also any builds product does that really well, that animation. Really, really nicely. And Nutella Crumpet, what's your favourite aircraft? All the extra noises you can hear in the background are all done by the Boris Audio Works sound pack as well. And to be honest, the basic 777 sound pack is pretty poor. So I'd recommend, if you're purchasing this aeroplane, to just get the Boris as well straight away. I think I purchased my audio pack on the Orbex store. I think it was like £15. Very nice though. It's a nice little route this is. I was pleasantly surprised when I came across the route, and I was like, yeah, that'll be perfect for a stream. Not long left to go then. Of course, guys, we are doing the return sector back to Nassau, so don't miss that. That's going to be really interesting getting back into Nassau. And as well, after the stream, if you want to watch the full flight with commentary from Heathrow over, go and give that a watch as well. That was my latest video. Tomorrow I have a video that is coming out at 10 AM UK, or 12 o'clock, sorry, UK GMT, in the PMDG 737-800. It was a really enjoyable flight, so I hope you guys enjoy that. We're on the way home as well. We're Speedbird 252, if anyone wants to know, which is the real world call sign for the return. We were supposed to be Speedbird 253, but I think that the lad in the 777 opposite us a minute ago took it. So there's our top of December point, and look at that for planning. There's the fixed ring, 115 miles, and there's the top of December point. So that's looking good there. And we are directly over Cuba. Look at that. I mean, wow. Brilliant. Pilot case, can you fly the British Airways A320 from London Heathrow to Belfast? That'd be a good service for a stream, pilot case. That'd be a nice short one for a stream. Cuba's right underneath us now. Very, very nice. And Leighton Harper, welcome into the chat, welcome into the live stream. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Happy Thursday. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, I don't think we've ever flown into Cuba in the sim. I don't think we've ever been, which is a shame. And I'm in Gran Canaria right now. Oh, Leighton, very nice. I knew you were on holiday. I think you said last time. I'm going to Gran Canaria with work Saturday or Sunday, I can't remember. I will actually be flying in as crew. So I hope you're having a nice time. Hope the weather's nice. Hope it's well, weather in the UK has been okay, but it's starting to cool down a little bit now. Yesterday was really nice. Today is cloudy, so you're not missing much. But I hope you're having a nice holiday, mate. Yeah, we'll go with that wing view. Can you fly El Al Israel Airlines from London Heathrow to Tel Aviv, the 777-200? Yeah, I could add that to the list as well. Definitely, pilot case. And Nutella Crumpet, I think you should also do a flight from Heathrow to Paris in the Boeing 737 MAX. Who would that be with, Nutella Crumpet? Does any airline actually operate that flight, or would that be just like a fictional service? I really only like doing like realistic routes, just to keep it more entertaining. But yeah, we could definitely add that. We might have to wait until Aerosoft release Paris Charles de Gaulle. Hopefully that's out soon, because that's an airport we've been needing for a while. Paris Charles de Gaulle has had some it's been missed a lot. It's a massive airport, and we've got a lot of the aeroplanes that do a lot of flying out of there now, so it's a shame we haven't been able to fly in. I know there's a default version, but I don't think it's very good. Bal, I think. Who's Bal? Nutella Crumpet. B-A-L. Who's Bal? You mean Boar Speedbird? Because they don't operate any Maxes, Telecrumpet. They don't have any 737s. They only operate the Airbus 320 family on short haul routes, and then the occasional triple or 78. Leighton Harper, when can you do a Jet 2 flight from East Midlands to Gran Canaria in the A321neo? Leighton Harper, as soon as the Phoenix Neos are in my hands, we will have a plentiful amount of Jet 2 A321neo flights. I mean, we just need the Phoenix Neos, Leighton. I refuse to fly the FS Labs anymore. I tried it the other day to see if it worked well, and it was still an absolute mess. Hope everyone's enjoying the live stream so far. Please let me know if you would like me to turn any sounds up and down. I think I've got the volumes quite okay today. It's not too loud in the 777. Leighton Harper, do you have the 737-800? Of course I have, Leighton. Yes, I do. Pilot case, can you fly EasyJet A319 from Luton to Belfast? Yeah, I can do that. I can absolutely do that. Right hand turn. I think we are near descent. Probably after we clear the country of Cuba, we'll start our descent. Looks really nice down there. Let me just see what the aeroplane's doing on this turn. Oh, it's just lining ourselves up. So we got dead on at 80 miles until we descend now. I'll match up the headings there. Beautiful. Right, overhead panel still looks good. And Leighton Harper, can you do Jet 2 East Midlands to Gran Canaria in that plane, please? Yeah, absolutely, Leighton. I could add that to the list. 737-800, Jet 2 ops. I've got a Jet 2 video coming out tomorrow, Leighton, as well, in the 800. What about British Airways 777-300ER from Heathrow to Sydney, Australia? Pilot case, we can't do that. You'd have to go via Singapore. I don't think the 777-300 could get all the way to Australia fully loaded. Can you do A330 neo from Belfast to Italy? Do we have a... I don't think we have an A330 neo Nutella Crumpet, so probably not. It's Glasgow to Kos in Greece. Later. That's tomorrow's video. Out at 12 o'clock GMT, so it'd still be 12 o'clock your time. Right, let's get set up for this arrival. So the star is that one there. We're going to mechanics in. There's no... So it wants to DMR. We're not going to do that anymore. So we're going to go approach RNAV 08, and it wants us at 1,000. So Morbix 1,500 feet. So we'll go down to 10,000. RNAV engaged 10,000 feet. Wing view. What livery? It's going to be the Jet2.com livery, so red and grey, with winglets, not with the sharklets, with just the blended winglets. Can you fly British Airways A321-200 from London Heathrow to Edinburgh? Pilot case, BA don't fly the 321-200 out of Heathrow anymore. They only fly the 321neo. All the 200s are based in Gatwick. So probably couldn't do that. Yeah, the silver and grey one. Yeah, the silver and grey one, Leighton. Then I don't know which one I prefer really. They're both quite nice liveries. So, saying goodbye to Cuba. Next stop, Grand Cayman, Georgetown. Right, we're arriving on a runway 08. It's an R&P approach. We need order brake 4. Flap 30. So it's going to be quite an abrupt landing, guys. So I might not be able to get a butter or a good landing. It might have to be a smack down on the footers. Here fly Boeing 777-300ER, sorry, with Emirates from Stansted to Dubai. Yes, pilot case, I can add that to the list. That sounds like a really good flight. And Leighton, if I get enough subscribers on my channel, I will do Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 live stream. Do it, Leighton. Don't need to worry about subscribers, just do it. Just do it. Telecrumpet, can you fly the Boeing 737-900 from Heathrow to Rome? Who would that be with? The Telecrumpet? What airline? But probably not, just for the simple fact that I don't own the 900 Nutella Crumpet. I only own the 800, and I don't plan on getting any more 737 variants, because all my flying is done primarily in the 800, which is the most popular variant of the 737. British Airways, probably not Nutella Crumpet. They don't fly the 73. So Nutella Crumpet, British Airways only fly the Airbus 320 family for short haul. So I wouldn't be able to do that, just because on this channel we do sort of realistic operations of flights. So if it was to be British Airways, we'd be flying the Airbus 320 or 319. Pilot case, Dillon, I have to go now. I'm going to the town hall. Have a nice day. Pilot case, have a good day, mate. Hope you have a good rest of your evening. Take care. Stay safe. I'll see you in the next live stream, mate. Oh, right. Nearly there, guys. Not long left of this sector at all. Like I said, though, we are doing the return back to Nassau. Right, we'll go reference 134 knots as our final approach. And the legs there. Seatbelt signs on auto, so that's fine. We'll get out this wing view now. So the island of Georgetown, Grand Cayman, it's quite small, so you probably won't see it until we're basically on the approach. But it's going to be a cool approach. Like I said, short runway, narrow runway for the 777. It's going to look slightly odd when looking at it. Very nice day. I think that weather's cleared off that I was expecting. So we'll have a quick update of the... well, actually, what I'll do is, if I go VNAV descent, is it like the 7.3 where I can add a... no. VNAV descent. Forecast. Load. There you go. Descent. So that's all, plug that in there. And that's in there. And Nutella Crumpet, 737-800 from Heathrow to Berlin. Yeah, I can see about doing that. Nutella Crumpet, quarter cab. I wonder what I've never flown on such a short flight like this with BA. I wonder what the service would be like. I bet it would just be a drink service, wouldn't it, with a snack? So it'd probably be like an alcoholic beverage or a soft drink with a bag of pretzels. And I must say, the service I received on Virgin was excellent when we went to New York and back, actually. Really, really nice flight. Virgin are a great airline. Nutella Crumpet, what's your favourite airline to travel with? Probably Virgin. Yeah. Every time I step foot on one of their airplanes, I've had a really nice experience. The crew are friendly, planes are clean, planes are very comfortable. Worst airline I've ever travelled with? Oh, Wizz Air. Probably Wizz Air or Air France Hop. The little hop airline. Yeah, they're my two worst, and there's my best. I wasn't very happy with BA's service on the way back from New York either, a couple of years ago. It was quite, I don't know, just a bit, they didn't care. we descending? Yes, we are. It was a very shallow descent. Didn't seem like a lot was going on then. But of course we are descending from 39,000 feet, so it's quite a long descent. Actually, I forgot to set the minimums, so let's check the weather. So Grand Cayman is 090 at 3 knots, view at 2000, 26 degrees, nice day, very nice day. Let's do the approach then. So category C and D, 710. There's 710, so we've got the minimum set. We'll go and line that there. We'll just do it to 228. Right, order brake 4. That's all set there. We've got VNAV popped in there as well. And like I said, the island's very small, so you're probably not going to see it for a while. We'll concentrate on the descent a little bit now as we come on in to the Cayman Islands. A little bit of turbulence there. The telecrumpet, I'd probably say 15-20 minutes and we'll be on the ground. We've been in the air for, so we've been in the air for 49 minutes. The flight time is 1 hour and 10 minutes, so 20 minutes, bang on. Nice. So 30,000 feet now. Speed's getting quite slow. It's struggling to just match that, like, I don't know what the plane's trying to do, but as you can see, it's slightly high, 50 foot high, just below 40 now. And thrust is still building. I mean, I don't know, in the 7.3, what happens when you descend is the thrust will idle and you go to retard. And then the airplane would descend with idle thrust, but I don't know how the 777 operates. Of course, it's a bigger aeroplane, so I don't know how it would go about descending. But Yeah, look at that, the wing profile on the 777. I've just been staring at it for a couple of minutes. Lovely. It's quite a thick wing actually when you look at it. I suppose, you know, if you look at other aeroplanes like the 78, it's a lot thinner wing. The 777's got quite a chunky wing, hasn't it? I suppose the 350's like that as well. 350's got a bit of a chunky wing up until the swoop. Well, let's go back in the flight deck then, guys. Let's settle in for this arrival. So the Q&H actually, sorry, is looking like 1015. So we'll go hectopascals 1015. So when we get to 18,000, we'll change that. Seatbelt sign on now. Cabin crew, prepare the cabin for landing. Thank you. And then we'll just bug 2,000 in. See, the cloud base is picking up by where the island should be. I think I can just see the island popping through over there somewhere. Just going to check that scope quickly to see if there is anyone online. Well, not anyone online, just to see if there is any airplanes. Are you going to? No, that he's going to KMI. Yeah, it looks like we'll be the only ones going into Georgetown. I mean, when we land, the island is tiny. Beautiful. And there's that right hand turn now, so we're about to go through 22,000. It's quite a shallow descent actually, which is nice. I suppose it's because we've got quite a low cost index. I'll let the speed go away for a bit. It was still quite far away. Don't need to start messing around with speed brake or anything yet. Oh. There you go, I'll idle the thrust for itself. That's why it was gaining speed. Right through 20,000 now. There's the island over there. There's Georgetown. So if we were doing 2.6, I think, or 3.6, sorry, we'd be coming over here and round. But we're going to do 0.8 because the winds are favouring 0.8, which it probably helps us a little bit as well. Well, actually, I didn't check. The taxiway at the end of the runway is parking. I'm assuming we can fit down there, so we'll go full length golf and then into hotel. And the telecrumpet, I've got to go now. See ya. Hope you buttered this. Thank you very much, mate. Have a good rest of your day. Stay safe. See you in the next live stream. Thank you for popping in. Right, about to go through 18,000. And 2007, some busy airport in the extreme, like Frankfurt to somewhere. Yeah, could do. Absolutely. Monday, we could do Frankfurt, or we could do... What other busy airports are there? Yeah, probably Frankfurt would be the busiest. Yeah, so it's looking like Frankfurt. We could do Frankfurt to Heathrow, or Frankfurt to Gatwick, to Manchester. One of those flights swung. That'd be okay. Be a busy flight. Or we could do like Frankfurt to Rome, Frankfurt to Athens, Frankfurt to Malta. Return on all of them. Frankfurt, Geneva, Frankfurt, Zurich, Frankfurt, Helsinki, something like that. Just trying to think of cool little busy flights we could do, where there's probably going to be some ATC. So I'm actually going to plug in the platform altitude at 1500, just so, and I'm going to disconnect at 1500 as well, guys. We'll get configured at 2000, then at 1500 I'll disconnect and do some hand flying. Right, descent checklist. Recall, checked, no indications. Notes, we've checked all the NOTAMs, we've checked all the charts. Order brake set, position 4. Landing reference and minimums, we are landing flap 30, plus 5 knots for wind correction. So it's going to be 134 knots in the speed window. We've got a minimums of 210, and the approach briefing has been complete, we did that earlier. And then we'll go normal. Altimeters have been set to 1015. Landing checklist is next. Beautiful. There's our decel point there, so that's why I'm not touching the speed brake yet. Still got the speed under control, got thrust idle, we've got like throttle hold, LNAV, VNAV path. You have to do everything manually on a Boeing, like the speed and descent. For 2007, not really. I mean, the only reason the 777 does this is you're supposed to... Look, I can move the thrust, right? Because any Boeing, you can move the thrust manually in the descent or the climb. So I've idled them, but the VNAV is done by just turning this down, and I've kept it. But if I wanted it, let's say, for instance, the controller wants you just to get lower. So as we go through 10,000, I get the lights on. So let's say they want us to do 2,000 feet or greater. I could open the speed window. I could select 250 knots, which is the max speed under 10,000, and then I'll go flight level change, and then I'd pull the speed brake. Now the speed brake on the 777 is really big, so it's not like the 73 when you need the whole thing out. You could do half and you'd get 2,000 feet plus per minute. So, but it's more like an Airbus than the 73. So right, there you go. Now it wants some speed brake. So just giving it a tad, and you can see, look, that is quite big. If we get full out quickly, it's the whole thing. So it's quite a large speed brake. Right, airport should be here, right where that cloud. Oh no, actually there. It's either there or there, somewhere around here. Then there's a cloud in the way, but it's down there somewhere. See, it's automatically tuned to the Cayman Island VOR, which is there, Golf Charlie Mike. So we'll use that for distance. So I'll put fixed rings round anyway, so I know when the 5 mile, but we'll just use this as a distance guide roughly. And actually, let's have a look. Is there actually a distance guide chart on here, or? So it's a 3-degree glide. There's no glide, it's just a basic 3-degree. Yep, so Boeing 2007 only like takeoff and actual flying, and when we land I'll keep the auto throttle in. So on the 777 they'll like the auto throttle left in, because if you go around it's toga once and the plane will basically do everything for you. You just have to fly what the guidance says there. So what we'll do is we'll look at the go around. So the go around is pretty simple. Depart, so let's say it's a bulk landing, so we're below the minimums and we go around, so let's say 600 feet we go around, we'd climb to 1,500 feet, so that's very important to keep that in mind, because that is a really low platform altitude. And then it's a right turn direct to Mobix, and then it's just hold at Mobix. I'm going to open the speed window now, and I'm going to plug 220 knots in. And we'll slow it right down. So there's the island. And the cabin is secure. We're actually low here, so what we'll do is we'll go flaps 1, flight level change, speed brake. Down we go. Try and catch on that profile. So there's that profile coming back in. So you can see, and then once we are basically bang on it, there's the speed brake gone, and I'll open the speed window and we'll go to 200 knots now for the turn. And we'll go flap 5. There you go. And we're descending with the glide now. Well, not the glide, but the VNAV path. And I'll go and get the landing checklist up. On the speed brake. And final approach speed is still 134 knots. So the 079 is the runway heading. And I'm going to go 180 knots. Now it seems slow in a heavy aeroplane to do 180 knots. I mean, you look at aeroplanes like the 777-300, 340-600, 350-1000, 180 knots you'd be probably geared down by that point. But the 777-200, because it's got a short wing base and it's not that big of an aeroplane, well, it's a big aeroplane, but it's not too large, and it's got a lot of power in those engines, you can fly quite slow. Well designed by Boeing, very well designed. And we're nicely on profile there, as you can see. Double checking the weather to make sure it's 1015 still, which it is, because you don't want barrow blunder. There's that left-hand turn. So it's quite a sharp turn, that's why I wanted to slow down the speed. So you got that morning glare off the sun there. I mean, it's looking like it's going to be a pretty approach, guys. And I think I can see the runway there. There you go. Look. Very nice. So we'll start the descent from on the glide slope at Sasa. So what I'll do, I'll just disconnect just before Sasa. From 2007, you're very good at landing Boeing planes. It's because I'm more in tune with the Boeing. I find when I don't land Airbus planes, I'm always a little bit behind the aeroplane. I don't know what it is about the Airbus. I'm just not confident with the fly-by-wire, but any Boeing aeroplane I'm quite confident with the landing technique. So look, you can see, guys, I mean, it's a bit unnerving. Look how short that runway is for a big heavy 777. Georgetown traffic, it's a Speedbird 254 heavy. We're on a 10-mile on our final for runway 08. Grand Cayman traffic. Right, flap 15. Speed can come back 160 knots. Gear down. About 20. About 25. Disconnecting the autopilot. And we'll go 134. Flaps full. Flight director's off, my aeroplane. Rest of the lights on. Flaps 30 green light. Checklist complete. That can go over there. We are through Sabre and I'm fully visual with the runway. Look at that. Very nicely done. So I've left the throttle in. A little bit high, so just correcting that. A little bit of nose down. 1 red. So just keep it like that. Winds are nice and calm. Yeah, 50 foot, nose down. Well, not nose down, nose up. So 50 feet. Start the flare. Well, not in the 777, sorry. In all Boeings, I'd probably say 30 to 20 feet. I mean, in this 200, I mean, I'm going to start the flare as late as possible because we're really light. Have a quick look outside. I mean, look at that. Brilliant. We got the BA call outs as well.
Design.
Continue. Just watching that rate of descent there. 850, that looks good to me. Oh yeah, Airbus, yeah. It does it. Puts its nose down, doesn't it, on the older Airbuses at 50 feet. It's really strange. Sorry for what I know what you mean now. Right, following that centre line, I'm completely visual.
$100, 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Speed brakes up. Max reverse. Nicely down. That was pretty textbook. And manual braking. Welcome down to Georgetown. Quite aggressive on the braking, but you need to. I mean, look at the size of this runway. I mean, I was a bit worried coming in. 50 feet. It looks, it starts to get a little bit small, the runway does. But that was a very nice landing. Very happy with that. I'm sure the passengers will be as well. And we'll taxi on Golf. So, weather radar off. Landed like a real 777 pilot. I wish I was a real 777 pilot. I love this aeroplane. Lights off. Strobe off. Speed brake stowed. Flaps can come in. And we'll start the APU as well. Georgetown traffic, Speedbird 254 heavy, fully clear of runway 08. Georgetown traffic. And we can select that to off. And let's get our GSX going. So we want that one there. Select. Nope. Handling my Cayman Airways, lovely. And we'll get the checklist back out for our shutdown checklist. Yeah, 777's such a joy to fly. I mean, look at that whole flight. Nice, calm, very easy to do. Didn't have to do a lot, didn't have to struggle. I mean, runway's quite short, so I had that in the back of my mind at all times, but got it down right on the footers. Vacated at the exit we wanted. That's a nice day of flying. And we're going to do it all over again in a minute when we get loaded back up to go back to Nassau. I mean, it makes me jealous doing these flights because this looks... I mean, that whole approach is very nice and beautiful, and it just... I wish I could stay. I wish I could just get off. But sadly, I can't. And I'm stuck in the UK. I knew that was going to happen. Sorry, guys. That stupid bloody camera. It's so annoying. Why does it do that all the time? I need chase plane. Definitely need chase plane. It says I've got tail strike now, so I'll have to restart, I believe, which is a shame. Or actually, I can clear the failures. No, that's no problem. Yeah, Wong, I know. I keep forgetting to toggle it though, so that's what keeps doing it. So like, I should remember. It should be in a little letter somewhere that I need to click toggle. Keep forgetting to though. I do have a GSX profile for this airport. It says it doesn't work in 2024, but I downloaded it anyway. So we'll see how it goes. And what the hell is a 787-3? Do you see that little side there? It said 787-3. Taxi light can come off now. That looks close enough. Yeah, that is close enough. Parking brake set. Engine 1 off. 2 off. We'll go hydraulics, so they can all come off as well, and the beacon light can come off. And we need to do the fuel pumps off. Right, that's that done, and then we can go into ground support, set chocks, request deboarding. Right, lovely. Let me see if I can remove the failures. If not, we'll just have to reload. That's no problem. Are they in here or... no, they wouldn't be in here. They'd be in menu. Or, no, PMDG. Options. Aircraft. Failures. Active, clear all, execute, there you go, lovely. Right, that's all done there. Turn the auto throttle off, ready for in a minute. That's all done, checklist has been complete. We can go and clear that checklist. And we can go back outside and we'll do it like that. That looks like a good little thing to do there. Beautiful. Right, we'll wait for the buses. And welcome down to the Cayman Islands, guys. What an enjoyable flight that was. Really, really happy with that flight. I'm going to get everything set up for our return journey home. I'll be 2 minutes, we'll have a quick break, and I'll be back with you shortly. Right guys, welcome back. Sorry, I just had to refill my water again. And I am now back. So let me refile the flight plan. So I'll just do this on my SimBrief app. So view flight plan, edit, and we're doing the opposite routing today. So we're going from Grand Cayman over to Nassau. We are Speedbird 252 for the return journey home. And it's an hour in the air, same time as the way here. 37,000 feet. Going to be taking off on runway 08 and arriving on the 14 into the island of Nassau. So it's got a fun flight for us. So let me just do that. And guys, I'll put you on the Be Right Back screen. I'll be 2 seconds while I just refile that with VATSIM on my end. Right guys, welcome back in. Sorry for that. We are now fully ready to go. So jump back into the flight deck and start getting ourselves prepared for the return journey home. So go to my pinned and I'll just get them all unpinned if it wants to work. So airports, yeah, that's all. They're all off anyway. And then we'll reload the flight plan and it's the same. So that's all nicely done there. We can go upstairs, APU's still on, and we are using bleed pressure air to cool the cabin. We're going to get the window heats off as well, we don't need them on. It's nice and hot outside, all that can stay on. And we can then go into the init reference, ident, pause init, we are at, where are we? What's here? It's C... Mike Whiskey Charlie Romeo. Mike Whiskey Charlie Romeo. Stand 10. And we don't think we need to do that. Well, we can do that. Request, SimBrief, select route. We'll go menu, FS actions, fuel. We're going to need, how much fuel we're going to do? So it says 15.5, but we'll go 16 just to be safe. And payload is going to be 1591. 159.1. Lovely. Well, that's plugged in there. And I'll go legs, and over here I'll go load. And I'm going to be departing off of, well actually let me execute it first. Activate, execute, 08. Runway 08. Execute. Have we done? Yes we have. Reload. And let me request boarding. So departure out of Grand Cayman is going to be on the... it's actually just going to be runway heading, I believe. So I'll execute that, and then the arrivals in is the ILS 14. via where are we coming in from? So it doesn't give me a via. It's weird coming into these sorts of tiny airports. So approach is going to be the ILS 24. And so it's via there. So let me look at the approach. So it's let me go legs, step through. Yes, it wants us to go via there, but we're not going to go via that point. So it's via Hinsey. 08, execute, arrival, ILS 14, Hinsey, execute, legs, Hinsey, and we'll bring that up to Jeffrey there, and hopefully that will fix all that trouble. Steps, yeah, lovely, that's all sorted. Right there, left flight director, right flight director. We'll go straight up to our cruise of 370. And we'll get the auto throttle loaded as well. Init reference, rejects, 0 fuel weights plugged in. For the minimums, it's going to be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.4. That's the wrong one. 8.4. 8.4. Cruising at 37,000 feet. Cost index is going to be 17. And thrust, we'll do that on the iPad. So I'm going to get the iPad plugged in there, and then we're going to go performance, 08, import, 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 calculate, take off, 60 selected temperature, flap 5, is that the, yeah, take off, flap 5, or actually we'll do the page next to it here. Runway wind is going to be 0903, and the slope is 0.0. Outside air temperature is 26 degrees. Previous page, flap 5, 136. So it's pretty similar to what we had coming out. So 136. And the runway heading is 082 degrees. Lovely. Right. We'll go. We'll just take off with. We won't do any departure modes because we don't need any. Right. Upstairs. Seatbelt sign on. Let's go and get the fuel pumps on. Checklist. So reset normal, and we'll go normal, main menu, pre-flight, oxygen, flight test, yeah, that's done, normal, and before start, flight deck door, closed, MCP, so we've got 136 set, 081 on the heading, 37,000 feet, it's going to be a heading select departure, and then once we're clear of the island at 1,500 feet, we'll turn direct to the first waypoint, which is the arrival. So that's what we'll do there. Takeoff speeds are all set. We go flat 5, trim 4.50. That's all sorted there. Trim is 0 because it's the 777, so it does it itself. Taxi briefing, it's very simple. We're going to taxi onto runway 08, backtrack, and go back round. And we're just waiting for the beacon light. So, order brake to RTO. And that is all looking good there. Thank you for joining me again, guys, on the return sector home. Really do appreciate it. Or back to Nassau, sorry. I think the last couple of passengers are coming on. Last couple. Yeah, last passenger bus, I believe. Oh, where's my water bottle gone? Oh, it's there. Sorry, guys, hang on. So I left my water bottle on the bedside table. Or my, not bedside table, but my desk side table. So actually, we'll look at the taxi instructions for, cause it should be a backtrack. Actually, before that, should we go on a little tour of the airport? Why not? Right, so this is a nice scenery. I can't remember who it's by. But yeah, it looks really good. I loaded into it yesterday for the first time, testing the scenery. I did this flight as a test. I think it's actually quite a nice scenery. Georgetown, nice little airport. I mean, the terminal's not modelled. Oh, it is modelled, sorry. I lied. Oh, yeah, it's really good in here. Look at that. I mean, you are queuing up for nothing, love, but that's fine. Oh, you can walk all the way through. Very nicely done. From 2007, do you like trains? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Why? Would you like a Train Sim World stream? Yeah, Georgetown, very nice little airport. I'd really like to come here in real life. Grand Cayman. Beautiful. Yeah, texturing's quite nice. Looks pretty good. You got like the chevrons there. Yeah. And I think these, you can actually toggle these in GSX. Not these exact ones, these don't move, but GSX have made this style of thingy for us to use. And here's our gorgeous 777. I love the British Airways livery. Can't beat the British Airways livery. Beautiful. Right, and I'll just have to remember to click lock mode. Thank you. Right, let's go back into the flight deck and go into oh, there's boarding complete. And Leighton Harper, welcome back in. Hope you're doing well. Hope you had a nice lunch at the hotel. What did you have, buddy? Taxi, airport, that's the wrong one, Dillon. There we are. So we'll go Foxtrot, backtrack, round there, off we go. Right, so what we can do now is we can go and request remove chocks, doors, close all, ground equipment release, arm the doors, arm all, sorry, and we can request pushback. Beacon, and let's do the pressurization of the hydraulics. So right elec auto, and then we do the center hydraulics, and then the rest. And of course you can hear the pressure drop as the airplane pressurizes itself. And that is the checklist complete. So we go normal, and we can go back to the engine page for engine start. And we want nose left, tail right. And we'll squawk 1000 for this. And there's no one on final, so we are ready to go. Just got to make sure that the people they've all cleared. Oh, thank you, GSX. Appreciate that. Right, parking brake released.
All engines clear. Start at will.
So, I'll be quiet again, shut up, so we can listen to the brilliant Boris Audio Works sound pack. An ESC Fab 1020, welcome in, hope you're well. Good afternoon. Oh, sounds good.
Please set parking brakes. Waiting your confirmation for a good engine start.
Cockpit to ground.
Confirm. So, right engine, we've got no red bars, everything's checked, we've got rollback. And we'll go engine number 1 to start and throw the fuel in, and we're going to watch that. ESC fan, 1020. Yeah, good afternoon to you, sir. Hope you're having a good afternoon. Welcome in. This is the best engine start on the left engine.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed. Left is clear. Right is clear.
Oh, that sounds so good. I just love the 777. Oh, there's the bypass pin, guys. That's been shown. So we'll wait for rollback and engine stabilisation before we start the overhead flows. So we've got rollback, no red bars, overhead, APU off, taxi light on. Come downstairs and we'll go flaps position 1 and 5. Then we'll go flight controls. And we'll trim. So it wants us a trim of 4.50. There you go. Right. Okay. Flight control check. Full right. Neutral. Left. Neutral. Forward. Neutral. Back. Neutral. For the rudders, full left. Full right. All flight controls are free and correct. We'll go to squawk. Mode Charlie. TCAS TARA. We do checklist. Recall checked. Anti-ice not required. Recall. Flight controls. Ground equipment clear. Take off checklist. Flaps 5. That's all sorted there. Checklist closed. And we'll just get all the lights on because the runway is just there, guys. Straight. And are we ready to go? We've got to backtrack down runway 08 and then we should be ready to go. Georgetown traffic, it's a Speedbird 252 heavy, backtracking runway 08 at Georgetown traffic. So very quick turnaround, we were very proficient then. Let me just make sure this bloody camera is following me. Yes it is. And we'll reset the timer and we'll go and run that again. And I'll have weather. So, because this is not a conventional SID, there's no, well, we're not doing a SID, so there's no no waypoint, sorry. So we'll just, like I said, heading select after departure. And then we'll just climb up 1,500 feet, and then we'll make a left-hand turn. So if I go, actually, if I go, is there any SIDs? They've got SIDs, but... Oh, we could do the Texum departure. 08. Let's see if we can do that. 08. Texum. Execute. Init reference. We'll continue with these. I'll go LNAV VNAV for departure then. And the top altitude is, well, it's 500 feet and then a right hand turn. Yeah, that looks good to me, chat. That looks very good. There's cabin ready. I'm happy. We're all ready to go. Okay, take off page on that side. So the routing for that is heading at 500 feet, turn right, tracking 123 degrees. We set the Grand Cayman radial 108 to Lidvo and then up past the island. So that makes more sense. We'll go fix runway 14 and we'll go /5 /10 /115 init reference like that. Lovely. These lights here, I did see these in my test section. I don't know if they're here in real life, but this is definitely the turnaround section for the 777. So I don't know what these are here for. But you can take off. I mean, they're not stopping the, they're not causing any trouble, so. So yeah, we're on the heavy line, so we're not allowed to use the other wingspan bit. Right, are we ready to go, chat? Everyone's buckled in. It's going to be a quick departure. What we'll do is we'll spool them up. Forward pressure. Stable. Toga. So take off thrust. Ho, 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 ho. Sounds good.
V1.
Rotate.
Rotate.
Don't sink.
Positive rate.
Don't sink.
You're up. Don't know what the hell that was for then. Spurious alert. Disregarding though. So flaps position 1. And we're going flaps up. And autopilot 1 engaged. I'm going taxi light and turn offs off. Look at that beautiful blue sea down there, guys. Really nice. What airline was your worst landing with in the simulator, Leighton? Oh God. On video, Leighton, I think there's a couple of early Airbus landings that are a bit, well, suspect, to say the least. So probably those. But recently, I don't know. I've had a good run recently, so. Right, I have to take off checklist. I'll have to have a look later and see what my worst landing was. There's the descent checklist. Let me have a think. Well, recently, Leighton, probably a month ago, I did the new MK Studios Key West, and that was a bit of a thumper into there. My worst landing, going back ages now. Oh, actually, like an X-Plane 11 Dash 8 Q400 video I did 10 months ago. That was a dreadful landing. That was very very hard. Right, lights are off. Seatbelt sign. Auto. There you go. We're cruising, chat. And we'll go standard as well. What I'll do is, let's turn down the simulator. We'll go to like that. Let's go outside and enjoy the view. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Very nice. Yeah, 777's such a brilliant aeroplane. Right guys, thank you for joining me for the second leg. We've got about an hour left of today's live stream, or just over an hour until we get into Nassau. Thanks for joining me, thanks for all the support on today's live as well. I should hopefully be back Monday after a long weekend at work, if I don't feel too bad. But yeah, we'll figure out what we're doing Monday. What do you work at? I'm cabin crew. I'm a cabin manager for an airline in the UK. So I'm in charge of the cabin and all safety related duties on the aeroplane. So I'm flying to Palma tomorrow, Gran Canaria, Tenerife, then I'm off on Monday, and then I'm going to Alicante. But that's why I picked a short stream for today, because I'm getting up really early tomorrow, very, very early. Need to sort out my work bag, make sure I've got everything I need. Leighton, I don't say what airline, just for well, just for personal reasons, really. Yeah. Just like to keep that away from what I'm doing here. Just so people don't start saying, oh, do you work for this airline? And it's just to stop people from asking like questions about the airline and, you know, giving anything away. So yeah, I don't like to say which airline I work for, but you can probably take an educated guess. Actually, we'll go this side because there is no. Whoa, that looks mean. There you go, like that. And like Jet 2, maybe, could be. Could be TUI, could be Ryanair, could be EasyJet, could be Virgin, could be British Airways. Could be any of them. Wizz Air, Aer Lingus, Logan, Air Guernsey. Take your pick. If it is, you might be on my flight Sunday. Where you flying into, Leighton? Where you flying home? What airport you going into? And it's not Jet 2. Well, it might be, but it's not Jet 2. London Gatwick. It won't. Well, it's not me. I'm not based at Gatwick. Are you on the A321neo, Leighton, by any chance? Or are you on the 800? very nice. Not a million miles left to go, guys. It's a very short sector, this one is. That's why I like doing these short ones. You can get 2 flights in, 2 landings, 2 takeoffs. Makes it more entertaining. However, I am planning on doing a long haul eventually very soon. So get your suggestions in for the long haul you'd like to see. I own the 340-600, 340-300, 777-200ER, 300ER. I also have the A350-1000, and I think that's about it for the long hauls that I could do. But yeah, get your suggestions in and get your routes in as well. If you want to join the Discord, you can. The link is in the description below and my channel links description. And I have a little page on the Discord where you can pop your route suggestions in. For instance, 2007, one at a long haul with time acceleration. I could do. Wrong. Thing is, I find that cheating a little bit on a long haul. If I'm doing a long haul, it would be for the time I've set. I don't know, but if you guys want to see a long haul with time acceleration, I could do that. Right, let's see where we are roughly. Not a million miles away. There's top of climb. Got about 100 miles left to run. 180 miles left to run until top of December. There's top of climb. Good looking plane there, the 777 is, isn't it? Look at that. I like the 200 better than the 300. I think the 200's just, I don't know. I like the shorter wings and the shorter fuselage. I think the 300 looks a little bit silly. Looks too long. From 2007 for me, I do not like real long hauls. That's fair enough. I just feel like if I was to do a long haul, people would want to actually watch the full long haul. But like you say, if people don't and they would like to do, you know, time acceleration, we could do like time acceleration long haul. I could do that if people want to see that. And I do understand that not a lot of people have got, not many people, sorry, have got time to do a full long haul. Like I'm quite lucky that I can leave my PC on to do a long haul while I go about my day and do stuff. But I can imagine that not a lot of people have that privilege, so. It's looking good though. Are we over Cuba yet? Where's Cuba? Are we over Cuba yet? There's Cuba. No. Are we not flying over Cuba? There's Cuba. Oh, there's Cuba. Nearly at Cuban airspace. Mark Swan, good afternoon, Yam Yam. How's it going? It's going very well, Mark. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're enjoying the nicer weather. It's bloody roasting where I am. Good afternoon, Mark. Welcome in. Yeah, not too long left to go, guys. Got about 100 miles left to run until top of descent. And we'll be descending into Nassau. So it's a longer runway into Nassau, so it's order break 3, flaps 30. So it's not too aggressive. Picked a beautiful day to fly in the Bahamas, though. It was a bit crap when I was starting the stream. There's some lightning and thunderstorms, so hopefully that's cleared from Nassau. It's a bit of a nicer arrival. And Mark, all good up here. That's good to hear. Hope the family are well as well, Mark. You still been flying the Phoenix about, Mark? You got the hang of it yet? Or is it still causing you a little bit of grief? But on my last stream, Mark, the Liverpool stream, I had quite a hard landing into Jersey, we'll say that. Definitely needed the engineers to come and check the struts. I wonder as well how they do the crew do this. Do the crew do? Oh, they might do actually. Do the BA crew? Do they do? I suppose they fly into Nassau, get off, have a rest. Do they then fly to the Cayman Islands, back to Nassau, and then straight back to Heathrow, or do they do that and then go back and have 2 days in Grand Cayman or the Nassau? Sorry. And Mark's still learning the startup. Oh, you'll get it, Mark. It takes a lot of time. I was dreadful at learning the Airbus. I was more of a Boeing guy myself, but you'll get there eventually. And then you'll be able to start doing everything on it. I did catch up on one of your live streams, Mark. I think it was Santorini you went to, if I remember correctly. Good so far. I think we should be over land by now. I think Cuba's literally... Well, I'll go back into the flight deck. There's Cuba. They've got 160 miles left to run. Should we go a little bit closer to the 777? Let's, that looks good there. That looks very good. It's a shame we've had no VATSIM traffic, guys. Apologise for that, but I think we're going to fly somewhere quite busy next stream Monday if I'm still available. That's the Airbus system for beginner friendly, but it's really hard to get a smooth landing. It's just if you just started, absolutely wrong. I mean, I've been flying Airbus quite a while now. My landings in the 320 are still not up to scratch. Put me in any Boeing and I'll be able to get it bang on the money, perfect, smooth. Give me an Airbus and it might be a bit touch and go. The long haul Airbuses I'm quite good at landing, like the 350 I've got that down to a T, and then the 340-300 I can land quite nicely, and the 340-600 I'm getting the hang of. It's just the Phoenix. It's just, I don't know what is wrong with that Phoenix. There's something wrong with the flight model, because it does not fly like that in real life, I can guarantee you. Hudison, welcome into the stream, hope you're well. Good afternoon. Practice landings, performings, circuits to get used to the airliner flying / landing, absolutely. That's the best way to get used to landing, is to just do circuits. Or, someone said that there's a replay tool you can use in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. Yeah, from 2007, yeah, but wide-body Airbus is really easy, that's weird. I really like the Phoenix, right, and this is going to be a hot take. I really like the Phoenix. It's a brilliant add-on. However, the flight model is not correct. I can guarantee you now that flight model is not correct. I don't believe a word they say when they say real airline pilots have tested it, because I've been on hundreds of Airbus A321s, and they have not had to fight as hard as you in the sim to get it down. There's just something with the flare as well. I don't know. They need to really have a look at the flight model, the VNAV. In the next big update for the Neos, that's what I want to see sorted. And if they can get that sorted, it'll be the best plane in Microsoft Flight Simulator. Filbert House, welcome in. Hope you're well. Good afternoon. Is it on VATSIM or IVAO? We are on VATSIM, sir. We are on VATSIM at the moment. There is no traffic though. I'm afraid there's no VATSIM ATC because we are flying real time, and of course I'm in the UK, so it's still quite early here in the morning in the Bahamas. Next one, I've got a checklist app for it, Flight Sim Academy, so following that to get used to the startup. Yeah, Mark, that's probably the best thing to do. Checklists, yeah, they help me. What I like to do is I like following a video. I'm more of like a visual learner. So I just type in like 320 videos, or I'll watch a live stream with someone, and then I'll just see how they do it and sort of tailor it to myself. But yeah, checklist will work fine, Mark. You get the hang of it eventually, and once you do get the hang of it, you'll have a lot of fun with it. I get what you mean. iRacing, and they say real life cars help set, real life racers help set up cars, and there are a lot, and they don't run like real life. Yeah, Mark. I suppose, Mark, it's a game though, isn't it? So it's a sim, but you're not going to get it bang on. But I find that the Phoenix flight model, when you get used to it, Mark, and you actually fly it, and you compare it to other airplanes, you go, oh, this is really weird, and I don't know what's going on. It's like every time I take control of the Phoenix and disconnect, I always feel like I'm fighting the airplane at all times. I feel like I'm never in control of the Phoenix. When I'm in the 350, I feel in complete control. When I'm in the 340, 300 and 600, I feel like I'm in complete control. The Phoenix, on the other hand, it's just something about it. At any moment, something random can happen, and it'll be a go around or a hard landing. But apart from that, it's a brilliant aeroplane. Like, the sounds are good, visuals are good, systems are really good, and I'm very much looking forward to the Neos. From 2007, but I really like the Phoenix hand flying. It feels heavy, and I like it. Yeah, it feels heavy, and the hand flying bit's really nice. But I feel like, how do I put it? When I'm flying the PMDG 737-800, it feels very, or the 777. I'm not a real airline pilot, so I don't know. But when I actually watch them fly the 7.3 hand flying, when I'm sitting on the jump seat on some flights, they're in complete control, and you watch their hands and their movements. I've sat on an Airbus flight deck for 2 flights now, last year and the year before, and when they're flying it, you can see the aeroplane responding to all their sort of movements, and I just feel like the Phoenix overdoes it on the heaviness. And the flare as well. I don't know what it is about the flare in the touchdown, but there's just something not right there, and I believe that it's not the simmer's fault. I think it's Phoenix's fault for not doing it correctly, because the Phoenix is the only aeroplane where 90% of people say they struggle to get a good landing with it. Everything else you can get a very nice landing with, but this aeroplane you can't. The Phoenix, sorry, you can't. Right, let's see how we're getting along in the flight deck. Nearly there, guys. Let's stay in the flight deck now, or we'll go into a wing view. I'll turn the sounds up. Go like that. We'll have a engine view. Look at that, brilliant. From 2007, I saw a real A320 pilot stream, and he always gets a hard landing on the Phoenix. See what I mean, Wong? It's like there's something wrong with the Phoenix, because I used to fly the TOLIS 321, the 321neo, all the time in X-plane, and I used to grease that thing with ease. I used to fly it really nicely in. It used to be stable, and the touchdown was nice. It was just a really nice aeroplane to fly. But the Phoenix, it's complete opposite. I mean, you touch down, every landing in the Phoenix feels like you've fallen out the sky at 20 feet. I think the best landing I've had in the Phoenix recently was either my stream into Madeira, that was quite good, or I did a video from Birmingham to Tenerife in the Phoenix 320, and I think that was my best landing in a while in the Phoenix. That was quite nice. Yeah, Cuba looks nice down there though. Cuba looks very nice. Need to stream into Cuba. Where's the Havana? Is that the airport? Is there another one? Is it Punta Cana or is that somewhere else? Right, let's set up for the approach then. Top descent is upon us, so we'll go down into the AFB and we'll go to the arrivals landing. We are coming in on runway 14, import, calculate. So we'll go for order break 3, flap 25. What does that look like? That looks good to me. So we'll go flap 25 and auto break 3. 1, 2, 3. Lovely. But overall, the Phoenix is the best aircraft I've ever spent. Never regret buying it. No, absolutely. I don't regret the Phoenix either. The Phoenix is the best aeroplane in the sim at the moment, 100%. You look at all the other aeroplanes on the market, you know, the 777, really nice, really good, but it's a 777, you know what I mean? You can't fly it all the time. You look at the PMDG 737-800, yeah, brilliant aeroplane, but the modeling's not the best. It needs some work in some areas, which they're doing soon, hopefully, and the sounds are dreadful. You look at the Phoenix, though, brilliant sounds, brilliant textures, brilliant systems. Flight model, it's okay, and they're working on a new VNAV, which is nice. You know, it's the best bang for your buck, and you can't complain for 50 quid. Right, 37. Let's have a look at the chart. So the arrival into wherever we are. So the approach is the ILS 04. So we just need to get down to 1700 feet, which is fine, which we'll do. So we'll go, like I said before, we'll go down to flight level 110, and we'll go to a lovely wing view. And look at that down there, that looks gorgeous. That view out that right wing is absolutely stunning. Tell you what aeroplane I like as well is the TFDI MD-11. I can't get enough of flying that. I always fly it off stream, enough video. I do like random flights just because I love the MD-11. Such a cool aeroplane. I've made my mind up as well. I'm not touching the TriStar. It's just nothing. I wouldn't fly it. What about the Aerosoft A330? No. Not touching that. Well, they said, now, I have as much hope as, well, I don't have any hope, sorry. But the 330neo is supposed to be coming out this year at some point, and apparently it's really good. And they're going to backport all the stuff to the CEO. So we'll see how that goes, but I have zero hope because it's Aerosoft. The only reason the A340-600 was any good was because TOW listed the systems and the flight model. So God knows what the 330neo is going to be like. Without Turles, I'm not buying it. Me and you both. Me and you both. Unless they have really fixed it and the Neo is actually worth buying. If it's anything like the CEO, I'm not touching it, and I will not buy another Aerosoft product. Not even their sceneries. Because if they mess up this, because their CRJ is still crap, they broke that. And they haven't fixed it yet. Their Otter is crap. What else have they brought out? The CEO is crap. But listen, the Just Flight 146 Pro is probably my fave. Very hands-on though. I haven't got the 146. I've got the RJ, the upgraded like modern avionics. Just Flight though are fantastic. They're a brilliant developer, and I cannot wait to fly the Fokker. Is it 70 and 100? I'm very excited for that because I've been on one of those in real life with KLM City Hopper from Birmingham. Right, there's descent. So I'm looking forward to getting my hands on that. But you are right, Hudison. Just Flight are really good, and the 146, I bet it's a handful. There's descent, guys. Thrust is coming back. Sorry guys, let me just make sure I've got my drone lock mode on. How are we 1,000 foot high? How has that worked? Well, look how blue that water is in front of us. That is gorgeous. What's the weather like down in Nassau? There's 06010, scattered at 1800, broken at 4500, 24 degrees, QNH 3002. So I get that plugged in. 3002. There you go. Look how blue that was. I know you keep saying it, but that water is gorgeous. Just makes me want to go on holiday. Aerosoft is a very weird company and very unreliable. Their work is up and down like a roller coaster. I completely 100% agree. Their sceneries are unbelievable. They're really good, but their aeroplanes are absolutely crap. Like, apart from the 340-600 Pro, which isn't even made by them, it's done by Tolis, is brilliant. However, the only part of the aeroplane that is not very good is the texturing and modelling. And who did that? It was done by Aerosoft. So that's why I've got no hope. Such a strange company. Right, through 28,000 now. Still high on profile, but if we get a little bit lower and still high, I'll just level change and speed brake it. I'll get back on profile. Approaching 25, so we'll get the seatbelt sign on now. Cabin crew can prepare the cabin for landing. Even Tolis helped the systems already. They can't even make good textures or lighting. That was basic of making an aircraft in this day. I completely agree. I mean, the hard part was done by Tolis. The flight model, the engine characteristics, the systems, the failures, the replay mode, all done by Tolis, right? All the hard stuff was done by Tolis. The easy stuff, which, well, it's not easy, I'm not a developer, but like the bit that developers find easier than coding is the texturing and modelling, and they just messed it up. I mean, they have said, in all fairness, that they are going to remake the wing, which they definitely need to do because it's horrendous. It doesn't even look like a 340 wing. Match up the headings. And we'll go for the ILS capture altitude, which is ILS 14 2000. Right, let's go checklist. Recall. Checked. Nothing on there. Notes checked. Order break 3. Landing reference data. It's going to be 136 knots landing speed with flap 25. Order break 3. We'll aim to vacate Bravo Delta. Approach briefing is complete. Altimeters. That's the next one. So let's go and we'll pin that, and then we'll go airports, airport chart. Not that one, that one. So when we land, we'll maybe we'll get high speed at Delta. If not, it'll be Bravo, Hotel, into the ramp. Yeah, that cloud base is picking up a little bit. The weather doesn't look the nicest out there, does it? It was nicer in Grand Cayman. From 2007, and some of their good scenery is because of Joe Ireland, well known by making very detailed scenery. Wasn't he and someone else the one who made that new Stuttgart scenery? They are very good, aren't they? See, this is the problem though, because they get other people to make the good stuff, to make Aerosoft look good, but Aerosoft are crap. Right, altimeters checked. Checklist. Oh, no, not that one. Flight level change. Speed brake. Let's get down back on profile. So there's the speed brake out. Look at that view down there, gorgeous. That'll do. They're still above profile, but that's a little bit more easier to work with. From 2007 A340. What's that for? Is that Joe Ireland's working on the A340, or what's that for, mate? Why my message disappeared, I don't know. Did you put a link? Is it a link or... Don't know, it hasn't shown up on... Hasn't shown up on mine, so I don't know why it disappeared. Don't know what. Retype it and see if it does it again. Right, well, 30,000, but we'll get the lights on anyway. Yeah, there's still some weather over the airport, so we'll just take care with that. I'm actually going to level change it down now. I'm going to add a little bit of speed brake. Right, level change. Oh, from 2007, yeah, absolutely, that is crazy. I can't believe, like you say, and they even promoted it on their Discord. Did you see that? They promoted it on their Discord and said, oh, here's a fix for that problem. That is so bad. That is so bad that you need a freeware mod to fix your aeroplane. Right, 3002 set. Oh, I forgot to set the minimums. Approach. ILS. It's 242. There you go. That's plugged in there. So, checklist, landing checklist is the last thing to do, which we'll keep out there. And the go around for this go around is 2,000, so we'll just stay at 2,000. Cabin ready, perfectly on time. It's very hot outside, so we don't need any anti-ice on. Beautiful. Right, 10 miles to return onto base. It's very easy to edit. Yeah, it's so ridiculous. I do think that it's coming out in an update. They said they're going to redo the lighting, some cockpit things, and some other stuff, and then the whole wing, which they need to do. It's the bare minimum. Right, speed windows open. And I'm going to slow down to 220 knots, but I'm going to keep it in vertical speed, 1,000 feet per minute. My message disappeared again. Which one was that one? Oh, is it because you keep putting flightsim.to? If you put anything with .to in, it's a link, and my robot deletes it. The only reason you can't put links in is because I was getting porn bots in the channel comments a couple of months ago. Right, flaps 1. Oh, that's a nice noise. And we'll turn on CTAF. Well, this weather's not the best. Hopefully it clears up for us. 1,000 feet per minute. And for that base turn, we'll get flaps 5 out. And we'll bug 190. Beautiful, look at that. Get the speed brake out, slow the aeroplane down. Well, there's a lightning strike then, do you see that? Right, slow that rate of descent down now. We can arm the speed brake. And I'll slow down to... Well, no, we'll keep 180 knots. And we'll go approach. We'll go to localizer. There's a localizer coming in. Nassau's CTAF. It's Speedbird 252 heavy, 10 mile ILS final, runway 14, Nassau traffic. And approach activated. Right, 2,000 feet is coming upon us. 10 miles to go. Right, I'm going to go flap 15 and we'll match the speed, so we'll go 160. So double checking the final approach speed, still 156 knots. 136 knots, sorry. And there's glide slope capture, bang on 2,000 feet, look at that. Get the lights on now, get the logo on as well. And 7 miles gear down. My last video got 200 likes because of you about video editor. Ah, that's really good, Wong. Well, congratulations. And flap 25, 136 knots. I'll have to go and watch that video. Is that on that channel, Huang V2, or is that Huang 2007 you recorded that on? Right, landing checklist, complete, normal, that can be blanked. My airplane. My airplane, I have control. So turn off the flight directors. I do not need them. Oh, actually, it's the 777, so you don't recycle them. You just turn them off. So 900 feet rate descent. Just trying to recapture that glide slope. Oh, that track in the centre line. Dreadful then, Dillon. That is poor. Right, back on track, come on. It's because that wind changed into a straight crosswind from a headwind. It wasn't very good then.
50 above.
Still stable.
Descend.
Continue.
$100. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Speed brakes up. Reverses green. Max reverse. We're not going to make Bravo or Delta, sorry, so we'll take Bravo. Right, reverses can come in. Stay, then we'll let auto brake 3 do the work. I'll clear that master caution. And we'll go to off. And then we'll clear that recall. Thank you very much, guys. I was a bit annoyed at the centre line tracking, but nice and smooth. 2 very good landings in the 777. Very smooth. Like I said, it's a very nice plane to hand fly. And it's our traffic Speedbird 252 heavy vacated runway 14 via Bravo traffic. Right. Let's clear the weather radar. Don't want to give anyone any nasty surprises. Lights can come off. Logo light can come off. Speed brakes can come in. And the flaps can come in. And we shall go for the parking where we began today. Yeah, and no. 321 next stream. Yeah, we can do. Yeah, I'll make sure it's a 321 stream next stream. We'll do something in the 321. And we can turn off the transponder. That's not needed anymore. And welcome down to Nassau, guys. Thank you very much for joining me for this 2 sectors. Thank you, thank you. Really appreciate all the support as well, all the likes and subscriptions. The support over the past couple of weeks has been really good. So I'd like to thank you for that. If you want to join the community Discord, you can. There's an Aviation-SIM Discord, link is in the description below. You're all more than welcome to join. And we've only been airborne for 1 hour and 10 minutes. Right, we'll get the other checklist up. So that's for our hydraulics and stuff. And we can turn the taxi light on, it's broad daylight. Lovely, that's all done there. Brilliant stream it's been today, guys. Really enjoyable. 2 really nice sceneries, flying in a stunning part of the world. Thank you for joining me once again. Mark, nice one. Just joined the Discord. Ah, welcome in, Mark. Welcome, welcome, mate. Right, lights and everything's off. We are ready. Back where we started. It's like deja vu. So I give it a full right lock here. And we'll slow it right down because this is our stand here. See how good my parking job is today. Not the best at parking the 777. It's like the little aeroplanes I'm good at parking, 320, 73. I've got all my references, but the 777 don't fly it enough to have a good parking. It looks okay though. Probably about there, inside of the thigh. Thank you very much. 2007. Your voice is very relaxed, plus the British accent. Thank you very much. Right, there you go. Parking brake set. Engine 1, 2 off. And we'll go. Parking brake, click there. Fuel pumps can come off. And we shall depressurise the hydraulics. Welcome down, guys. Thank you very much. Seatbelt sign off. And we can request deboarding. Right, let's hope this worked. Yes, it did. Look at him speeding in there, the little Saab 340. That's cool. Right, there you go, guys. Thank you very much for joining me. I really do appreciate it. I've had another fantastic stream. Really enjoyed talking to you all. I just find these live streams, you get to speak to people better than on a video. I can convey what I'm trying to say a little bit better. And Mark Swan, you wouldn't say that if you heard him talking to another yam, bloody hell, no. You don't get many in the south of the UK, Mark. So I think this accent is slowly going to go. I'll get more posh as my time down south progresses. But guys, thank you very much for watching. If you haven't already, please leave a like. I'll hopefully be live Monday. Like I mentioned earlier, I'm at work. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Tuesday. So I've got quite a stacked weekend, and they're all long flights. So if I'm a bit knackered, I'll probably leave it Monday. But if I can, we'll do what Frank 2007 said. We'll jump in the 321 and do some ops at a busy airport in Europe. Thanks for joining me today. I really do appreciate all the support. Even if you didn't like or you haven't put anything in chat, even just watching the channel or the live, I really do appreciate. Once again, thank you for watching, and I'll see you all again very soon in another video or live stream.